Welcome to the Hair Metal Massacre Podcast, episode number 3. If you've been with us before, welcome back. If this is your first time, bring the Vaseline. My name is Steve, and to my right via the screen here, who is my co-host with the Canes hat?
Oh, this is Corey Feldman, straight out of 1986.
And to the side of him,
the one and only William Fincher.
Doo-doo. Got it. Well,
hey,
we're jazzed as always to be here. So, if you didn't know, this week we're reviewing W.A.S.P's 1985 effort, The Last Command. And
like show and tell.
Show and tell, yes. Steve got the vinyl. So let's get it going. We've had some pretty good feedback, I guess you'd say, on our first 2 episodes, which by the time you hear this, the Quiet Riot one should be available. YouTube is flagging for content, but I'm going to work that out because it's critiquing.
Douchebags.
Yeah, thanks. I forgot the 2 guys that started Google's names. Anyway.
Douche and bag.
Yeah. And then the rat one has done pretty well. And also shout out to the UK people listening to us on Apple Podcasts. Apparently we're 57 out of, I'm not sure how many music commentary shows there are on Apple Podcast UK, but hey, we'll take it. Thanks for checking us out. All right, well, let's get on with the news. Did anybody besides me see the DLR performance at M3 last week ago from Saturday?
I saw a little clip.
Oh God, I can only.
Woo!
I love that guy, but I don't know what to make of that.
It was yeah. Maybe he shouldn't have.
Should I pull it up and we see it? Like, where was it?
It's
made me think of prescription drugs and alcohol.
Just put M3 podcast.
Is it on YouTube?
It should be. Yeah, go for that, Feldman. Good old DLR. He's been on his vaudevillian performance art version of himself for a good decade or so. And it's just kind of skipping about my bee, like, and half-ass singing the songs and shit. I knew better than to go to this M3, so I don't know.
I've got one that's 4 minutes, 5 minutes.
Does this have the song title?
Panama?
Yeah, go ahead and play that. We got video too?
Yep.
Do that for us.
There we go.
How are we doing so far? Give me a little guitar here, Bobby.
Who's playing guitar?
Oh, dude.
What's he got? Is it a whip?
Well, there's a whip, there's a way.
What's that sound? It's called for the time.
Jesus Christ, man.
I mean, I love this guy. It's painful to watch. I got about a minute and a half in, and I was like,
I get it.
don't.
Is he doing anything else?
Oh, it is
It just gets
upset.
worse, basically. It's just cringe fest 9000.
I hell go in there.
I mean, the full
Let's see how it handles this.
the full thing is on there. It's like an hour 15 minutes.
I want to hear the. Oh well, whatever. That's enough of a sample to know that it was a shit show. Yeah. I guess if you're drunk enough, it sounds good. I left that comment on some M3 posting, and I was like, and a lot of people were like, yeah.
If you're old enough.
If you're old and drunk enough, yeah, anything can sound good, I guess.
Dude, he sounds just. Again, applaud him for trying, but boy, I can relate. I mean, he's definitely stuck that he still thinks he can do something. I mean, he can, I guess, but
that involves trying.
It's better Vince Neil. It's better Vince Neil.
I just think there's something sad about a 70-year-old man dressed in leather. It's like, come on, dude. Just.
It should at least have.
How old's Rob Halford? He's like 80.
It should at least have tassels. Okay, I'm a leather aficionado. Like,
What's he carrying?
It looked like a whip of some sort. He was trying to get his bondage on after the show.
Fucking bondage in the fucking old folks home.
All right, let's move on from good old DLR. And apparently he announced the whole tour after this too. And
God, no.
Yeah, tickets are hot. Look for him on Groupon. I don't know.
He's gonna play Simpsonville, isn't he?
He should play Simpsonville. What?
Yeah.
I said we should go as a group and just live stream it.
That would be great. If he does, all right. If he comes to Simpsonville, I'm in. Just for the laughs.
I am too. Just to say I saw him. Be a shit show and it'll probably suck, but.
All right. Well, not a whole lot of news this week, but let's Fisher, I'm curious, are you a fan of Warrant's 1995 effort Ultraphobic?
I actually am. I think that is a pretty criminally underrated record.
That's the one right after Dog.
Work, but it's
the Dog Eat Dog album?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Now, is it a little more 90s sounding? Then, I guess the Dog one.
Just a tad. Not the album they put out after that, you can't even find anymore. I think the band's kind of pulled it. They were so embarrassed. It's like they tried to just go full on grunge and it was horrible.
Oh, like Dokken.
Yeah.
Then Kiss.
Well, no, that album is
Generation
it's a really
Swine.
good album. It's got a little 90s tinge, but they're not trying too hard to be 90s. To me, it just sounds like a well thought out, well produced record. Because Beau Hill produced that album also. Yeah, that album had a top notch producer on it. In my opinion, it's just a well thought out, well written, well played on record from a band from that era that came out in '95.
Gotcha.
I don't think they were trying too hard to be relevant, but they did update the sound enough.
Well, apparently it's been remastered and is going to be re-released on vinyl with via.
I saw that actually. Yeah.
Pre-orders are shipping late July.
2 of the 5 sales are on this podcast right now.
Steve wants to know, will it be 180 gram vinyl though? That's the real selling point. And will it be a colored vinyl, like a green? Because I remember I had like a greenish. Well, maybe not. Anyway, that's going on, and also some personal excitement for Steve. I'm a big fan of it's kind of a newer band called Black Rain out of France. And I've been listening to them 12 or so years. They're kind of Wasp-ish. It's kind of like if you mix Wasp and Motley, kind of, and they're real like just this record especially is real like down and dirty, lurid subject matter, shit that's like cancelable these days. A lot of drug use and S-word stuff. Anyway. So their 2011 effort, which is called Lethal Dose of Black Rain, is finally on streaming after many years of me wondering where the hell it is. I have the CD personally, but good stuff. Go check it out. They're of that ilk of like Hardcore Superstar, Crash Diet, and Crazy Licks. The newer bands about our age or so doing it. But it's cool. Lethal Dose of Black Rain. I highly recommend it. And the other stuff's good too. There's some duds, but they're a lot. Most of their catalogs on streaming. But I'm so happy that this one finally is. Like they've been posting shit on their stories and stuff about it. I was like, whoa, oh wow, nice. Didn't see that happening. But check that out. Good stuff.
Will, why are you in the closet?
For sound quality.
Experimentation.
Nah, get out of the closet, Will. You gotta get out of the closet, Will. I need you to come
You're
out
a
of the
South
closet.
Park episode.
All right, well, fellas, ready to do the interview, the review?
Hey.
I think it's a good time to start the interview. I think it's a good time to start the review. All right.
Great.
So what album are we reviewing this week, Feldman?
This is The Last Command from W.A.S.P.
Ooh, a 1985 effort, which is 40 this year. Just like the Rat record we did last time. And I have an idea for next time. Feldman, let's start with, you kind of had a little bit of an issue in the text group about W.A.S.P qualifying as hair metal, cock rock, whatever you want to call it. The rock and roll we are doing on this show. Would you like to make any more points on that? Everybody listening that wasn't there, my point was, well, they came up on Sunset Strip.
Steve, I'm going to interrupt you. Let's wait to the end for the opinions on stuff.
I want to get this out of the way. Okay, we can wait till the end. That's fine.
Because you got to think, we give our thoughts on the album, right?
Yeah, but I mean, we're just talking about the band in general as a qualifier of the genre.
Yeah, W.A.S.P isn't hair metal.
And why do you say that?
It's 80s metal, which actually gives me a question about Quiet Riot actually being hair metal. Dude, it's not. The early albums for these bands, I really think that the ones that went more glam and hair metal was actually a way of them like being more radio friendly,
accessible?
Maybe, or more accessible versus some of these other bands that actually didn't have staying power. As we sat there and I asked why Quiet Riot didn't have staying power, because ironically, the image came back around in the late 80s thanks to GNR. But W.A.S.P is anti-hair metal. They get pigeonholed in because I can say W.A.S.P and 80s Priest is the same shit. Until you get 90 and Painkiller, and then it's complete metal from, that's the best metal album ever made, in my opinion, is Painkiller.
Feldman, do you feel like you're being nitpicky?
No, I don't.
I mean, look, we weren't there when all this was happening, as we've said before.
It's boneyard classic rock from the 80s. It's metal. It's not fucking Nelson. It's not Winger. That's hair metal.
So
to me, I feel like W.A.S.P has like 1 foot in the hair metal side, and I say that because I feel like the whole W.A.S.P sound is kind of like, say if Motley Crue sounded like their first 2 albums, their whole career. Because Motley Crue, in my opinion, definitely went full on hair metal with Girls, 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 and especially with Dr. Feelgood. Great albums, by the way. But I feel like they kind of are, but they're not. They're kind of like,
they're a little edgier.
Like Feldman was saying, they never went like full on glam. They kind of stayed kind of that early raw Sunset Strip, like early 80s type sound.
And this could be,
like I feel like we kind of got 1 foot in. I don't know. I can hear it in their music, but I can also agree with what Feldman's saying is they're more of a boneyard band. But at the same time, especially after listening to this album, you can hear it. I don't think they're full blown. That's what I feel like they got 1 foot in to qualify at least. I don't think they're full blown like glam, but you can kind of hear that like beer drinking party, good vibe that is any kind of good hair metal, whether it's polished or kind of more raw like this or early Crue.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go ahead and say, in my opinion, with this album, because after listening to this, I let the playlist, it would just continue and just, whatever. Yeah, I actually heard a song from 2007, W.A.S.P. It was fucking awesome. This album to me is, it don't move the needle. Every song is, it don't move the needle. There's times where I got to confuse the Quiet Riot too. I mean, you could pigeonhole them with AC/DC.
I was pleasantly surprised with this album.
It's fine. I mean, I guess we're reviewing it ahead of time before we get into it. It's a fine album. Does it move the needle? Fuck no.
Well, cool. Let's get into it. For my money, on your same kind of trip here, I don't feel that GNR or Def Leppard are hair metal.
That's another one I was going to compare to. Def Leppard is hair metal.
Yes, but no.
They were
kinda
catering to
transcended it
women
in a
after
way.
1984. It's definitely hair metal.
Yeah, I see what you're
And
saying.
you cannot, and that right there you can't compare those two. Def Leppard's first album is fucking fire, by the way.
The one with the
But
truck
you
on
get the
the
more
cover?
80s shit, it's traditional.
On Through the Night?
Not with the dude they got now. Didn't they have original singer that was not the same
Leppard?
person?
No, it's always the same guy.
Okay.
He's a guitar player.
The first album though was a little bit quicker. They were that was at the tail end of British Steel, and they kind of, I guess, got more Americanized. I don't know, in a different direction.
I feel like
that's another story for another
We'll get
day.
there.
I hope you're surprised next week isn't for Def
we'll
Leppard.
get there.
But I'm going to show you a screen and present to you.
Oh, yeah.
Our premiere of, we're going to incorporate music videos as long as YouTube allows us to do it.
They should. It's their
there we go.
format. Well, I got some facts
How dare
first.
you use stuff on our platform?
I got some facts to go over on this release. It dropped, I can't tell whether it was October 25th or November 9th of 85. It's one of the two from the information I've seen.
Spotify said October 25th, if I remember correctly,
Oh, I hear a train.
when I was listening to it.
Lovely.
What?
Who's riding the train? All right.
Hold on.
Interestingly, you brought up quite right. This record actually has the same producer as Metal Health, Spencer Proffer.
Nice.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Also recorded at the same studio as Metal Health. What was it called?
Now,
At Pasha Music House in Hollywood.
Now, do his other albums he's produced.
I
'Cause I just want to hear 'em.
skimmed over it.
Can you give me a hair metal band that's actually something he produced, or are they all? I guarantee he's got a Scorpions album under his belt.
That would seem about right, sound wise. I think there was a Priest mention. But this is their highest charting album. It's number 47 on the Billboard album charts, and it was released on Capitol Records. This is the first album with one Steve Riley on drums, who would later join LA Guns for a long time. Is no longer in LA Guns, and he has since passed away. R.I.P. Steve. Yes, Spencer Proffer. Yes. This is I have the box set that they put out like 2 years ago. It's really cool. The Savage 7, it's called. It's got the live album, Live in the Raw. It goes up to Crimson Idol. And it's got a cool booklet and all kinds of stuff. I recommend it. They allegedly only made like 1,000 of them. I don't know. We'll see.
Rare.
Yeah.
Steve, you are such a wild child.
Oh, yeah.
By the way, this video has 5.3 million views, which is surprising.
I'm not. Everybody knows this song. Even non-WASP fans.
Barbarella.
Blackie on his shovelhead.
Heavy metal.
That is a shovel. Huh.
Elvira's brother.
What you know about rocking on mesas?
I got a comment on that here in a minute.
Yeah. There's Steve. That's good.
All right.
But you know what's Wow, it makes it really hard to rock on Mesas, not having amps.
That's why it's a music video
Yeah,
and they're not doing
true,
it.
true.
My thing is, there was a thing in the 80s with the West in the
Oh
desert.
yeah.
I don't know why I love it though, because I mean, Wanted Man from Rat, it's filmed in the Old West. Long Cold Winter was filmed in like the desert, wasn't it?
I think so.
I think.
Dangerous
then,
Toys. They're literally.
Didn't Bon Jovi have an album out there or a video out there too?
Wanted, Dead or Alive.
There's a lot of them do. I mean,
Dangerous Toys.
Maybe it comes down to being like, hey, we don't need a studio. Let's just go in the desert somewhere. It would save us money. And they're like, fuck it, let's do it.
I mean, they're already
Black metal as fuck.
I think one thing though, and Rat had me thinking about this with Wanted Man. That period from the 80s until like the 50s could have been a nostalgia period for Westerns. So these dudes that are watching, you know, it's like 30 years ago for us and Limp Bizkit or some shit. I don't fucking know. And nu metal and Jinkos. So 30 years for them, like when they were kids, maybe somebody grew up in the band. They all grew up with watching fucking
Westerns. Yeah, that makes sense.
And they're like, well, fuck it. It'd be pretty awesome to have, you know, fucking a music video out in the desert, you know?
Mm-hmm. Westerns are a lost art form. I'm still a fan. But yeah, you know what, Feldman? Heard some things about you on the street. They say you're a real ball crusher.
No video on this one. I think we got what? That must be the only one.
Hold up, pause it, Feldman. So, Phil, we didn't even talk about Wild Child. I dig this.
No, you jumped right into it. I'm like, we can edit this shit out.
I dig the song. It's fun. It should be on everyone's W.A.S.P playlist, I feel like. Fun little riff opening it up. Also, there's a little like musical break in it where there's birds and shit like squawking and stuff, which is interesting. And then it just kind of, it doesn't actually have a stop. It has like a fade out, I think, of just soloing and shit. Like Chris Holmes, lead guitar player Chris Holmes, very Judas Priest inspired guy. Great documentary about him called Mean Man. I think it's on Tubi right now for free. Very distinct style, but you tell he's super into Priest coming up. Feldman?
I watched this video and I see Steve Jackson. It's everything fucking Steve Jackson.
Oh.
Steve Jackson wants to be Blackie Lawless.
I would rock on a Mesa.
What's wrong with that? He's like, again, that's not a mainstream highlight, even though 5.3 million views on this. When you think hair metal, 80s metal, you don't think W.A.S.P. That's where Steve wants to be. Steve wants to be, yeah, I'm rocking the underground, but I'm well enough to be known. Look at my Harley and my tattoos and watch me play guitar on a fucking Mesa. That's Steve Jackson.
I see what you're saying.
But I'm also going to say this about this album as well, because I'm ADHD as fuck. Wild Child's a great fucking song, but you get deeper into W.A.S.P's albums, the songs get much more vulgar. So this is Blackie sticking the tip in.
Nice.
It's like, oh, ball crusher. It's not fuck like a beast. It's, you know, jack action.
Mm-hmm. Fetcher, your thoughts?
I think it's a great album opener. Like you had said, it's a fun riff. It's a fun song. I feel like it's a song that everybody's probably heard at least a couple of times in their life, whether they're a W.A.S.P fan or not, on radio or MTV, VH1, something.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's a great way to start the album. You know, I approve.
It's a hot one. Ball crushing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
Such a wicked, vicious woman, like a magic voodoo queen, lesbian nymphomaniac. She got a girlfriend that's 17. Bye, 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 Russia. Stole the written drink on my JD. She went and hijacked my brand new car. I say AC, she said DC.
I love this.
The damn bitch is just too bizarre. Bye, 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 Russia. Bye, bye, bye.
Is this song about that chick that we know in Los Angeles
Probably.
that drives
The
a
song
Trans
is
Am?
about somebody I've been
He
with
wrote this
one point
about
in my life.
somebody.
It's
Like, he wrote this about somebody.
autobiographical.
Like, this shit happened.
He knows this chick, yeah. The damn bitch is just
Yeah.
too bizarre. I love that. It's a great lyric.
And she's a nympho and a lesbo.
Hey, yeah, Nympho Lesbo, she's
I'm saying I might have dated somebody this song was written about.
word has it.
Yeah, you never know.
One thing that this song introduces to set the pace for the rest of this album is it uses like classic. I'm not gonna say it generic,
Innuendo?
but it just goes with the solidarity of the album. It's classic rock and roll riffs. It's like shit from the 50s and 60s. That's not slow. It's like upbeat rock and roll, edgy riffs, probably with I don't know music as well as fucking Steve does, but there's a lot of just those vintage riffs that I pick up on in this entire album. This one, Wild Child didn't have it. Ball Crusher does, because the question is that what they were going for, or is that all that they can do? Did they mail in a lot of these songs on this first album because it was solid enough? Or is that what they were going for? Because I really feel like later albums, this whole album for W.A.S.P for me is they went and set a core, because the other albums that come later, they do different stuff. They do more things.
Hey, you know this is album number 2, right?
Album, I don't know what the first album is.
The first album's just self-titled. That's the one that's got I Want to Be Somebody and Fuck Like a Beast kind of was on it, but not really. There's a whole thing there. First one was 84, this is 85. Okay. But that's I saw.
I'm not a W.A.S.P fan. If that gives you anything, I'm not a huge W.A.S.P fan.
Gotcha. No, it's all good. I saw them last year in Charlotte, and the focus was on the debut album from '84, which was great. Regardless of what you hear as far as backing tracks and such go, I was a little inebriated, but it sounded awesome to me. And I can usually hear shit like that, like if there's like fake backing vocals or something I can pick up on, but I didn't see anything dubious. But yeah, let's Fetcher, Ball Crusher.
I think it's a kind of like y'all said. It's got a badass riff to it. To me, it's like it's a fun kind of kick-ass party song. You're sitting around drinking beers in the garage with the dudes. It's a good party tune. I think it's a great second track. Keeps the vibe going.
Yeah, it's like Priest when they're fun.
Yeah,
I think Priest is fun most of the time. But very very Priesty riffs I hear from old Mr. Holmes.
Funny you bring that up, because there's one of these songs I actually kind of put in there that actually is the next song, Fistful of Diamonds. I was like, man, this sounds like I got really mad Priest vibes about it.
Yeah. Hence what I said earlier. Hence they're not a hair metal band, because it sounds like Priest. Fistful of Diamonds, isn't that a fucking James Bond movie?
That is Diamonds Are Forever.
Whatever. Fuck Odd Job.
Two big New York banks posted strong second quarter earnings despite increased loan loss reserves. J.P. Morgan had a 52% gain, while Chase Manhattan's profit rose 45%, adding fresh ammunition to his 8-month effort to take over.
Is this Social Distortion?
Social Contortion.
Yeah.
right. When I hear this song, I just think of like a pirate version of Blackie and the band on a pirate ship. And they're like, hey, fistful of diamonds, are, which is fucking great. And this song, we didn't mention this earlier, but something I really love about this band is Blackie's distinct howl of a voice. Like, it's very distinct and great. Like, I mean, he definitely stays in the range of chords that work for that. But yeah, fun little song. This is where the pace picks up, speed wise on the record. Good track. What do you think, Feldman?
It's fine.
Hey, you know where pirates like to go in North Carolina? Charlotte. Arby's.
Yeah.
My joke was Charlotte. Anyway, that's a free one, everybody. Venture.
Once again, I think this is just a good party tune. Hanging out with the dudes, sitting around a fire or something, pounding beers, just listening to W.A.S.P. Hell yeah, brother.
That's this entire album, but it's also this entire genre. Like, seriously, it sounds kind of like Social D ripped this off at the beginning of the song, the way it starts.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe it's just because it goes back to what I said about the last one. It's just a generic old school riff that works.
Mm-hmm.
Some people, the Ramones, just want to rock. They've got no fucking talent. I'm not saying that they clearly, these guys have talent, but it's like, hey, let's just fucking get drunk and make fucking music and ain't gonna blow nobody out of the water.
Don't overthink it.
Let's just fucking hang out by the pool and have a good time and just listen to fucking rock and roll.
Mm-hmm.
And it's fine. It's fine.
Well, sounds good, man. How about a little Jack action there, Feldman? What do we say to that?
Steve Jackson.
Steve Jackson, Jack action.
This song does fuck, though. I'll give it this.
It slaps.
Fucking Judas Priest is fun.
Prayer Priest.
Hot action, Steve Jackson.
He killed my bed today with a gun. I can hear him now. He can't run. No. When I'm looking for Jack Jackson to get my satisfaction. Looking for Jack
Steve Jackson.
I'm looking.
So, this song is about Blackie's looking for a guy that killed his chick, right? To get revenge on his ass. It's interesting. Not something you should typically hear about in the genre, other than if you want to rope in Janie's got a gun, maybe.
What about the one Motley Crue video that was banned? That was the what's the last song on Dr. Feelgood? What was it?
Well, that's a terrible
Blade
song.
of My Knife. I love that
Time
song.
for change.
It's like a We Are the World.
Yeah.
No, it's not that song. I need to look it up. I don't know, but there was another song that was like that too, because some news reporter said something, so Nikki wrote a fucking song about it and put it on an album, and then MTV had to not play it.
No fun. No fun. Yeah.
Yeah, this
Very priesty riff. Yeah. But that's not, I'm
yeah.
not complaining. Well,
No, it's not derivative, I don't think. It's just
I will say this too. They the first 3 records, guitar tone wise, they stayed right on it. Like, they did not change at all from first one through Electric Circus, which is cool. Yeah, they got that signature sound of their own.
At least this one's heavy. I always just thought it was like a play on an action movie, because it totally should have been like on the soundtrack of some shitty, creepy B movie from the 80s. But like, I should have put it on The Wraith.
Yeah, there you go.
You're talking about a soundtrack that fucks. The Wraith soundtrack fucks.
Got it on vinyl. But I
You do?
didn't actually go buy it. I inherited it from a dude that died. But yeah, I got the
Wow.
Wraith on vinyl. Good little movie.
You could say you're a real Widowmaker for that.
Mm.
What is that instrument? It's like a synth, but weird.
Thousand years I've roamed the plains and waved the hand of doom. I've seen the tears that fall like rain from waves and now the ruin. A shadow's cast and fall from me on you. A time to claim all that's mine. My wrath is blind. The balance is where you hang. I'm the Widowmaker. The Lord of the Wings. I'm the Widowmaker.
I feel like this song is talking about like a Native American spirit, vengeful spirit, if you will, that goes around killing in the desert and just gets revenge on people that do wrong or something to that effect. But also, there's the bomber airplane that was used in World War II as Widowmaker, but I don't think that was inspiration. Maybe.
Could have been.
Yeah. I mean, maybe the initial.
There's not a ballad on this album, is there?
That's pretty much a ballad.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. This is the closest that
Cries
you
in
get.
the Night's kind of a ballad.
Again, it is the biggest change up in the album so far. Slow with a large build,
Big intro.
still heavy. Big, huge intro. I mean, it's not what Jack Action had. Was it Jack Action or Fistful of Diamonds that had the dialogue?
Fistful had the radio intro.
Okay. Yeah. That one, almost Dio-esque, honestly. But with his own, with their own sound. Again, fine. If somebody puts this on somewhere, I'm not going to say turn it off. I'm like, fuck yeah, W.A.S.P. But that's because I'm going to be in the mood to fucking party. That one's like, all right, I got to go take a piss. Let me crawl through. I'm fucking wasted. Fucking dramatic shit just to get to the bathroom or just to get outside to somewhere to piss. I don't know. It's the biggest change of the album so far. It's a fine song.
Song's better live, than the studio version. I can't recall if they played it when I saw them. I don't think they did. Venture?
I think it's a good song. It's a good change of pace. Kind of slows it down for a little bit, which some people don't like that in an album, but I like a little slow down here and there once in a while. Although that can be a slippery slope. You can slow it down too damn much, but I think this is just a good little slower number. Like you said, it's got a kind of interesting imagery and lyrics to it. Kind of a cool sound. I do agree with you that it probably would sound better live, especially in the right spot.
Little fog machine action. Cool lighting.
Oh, yeah. Liquid smoke.
Yeah. Smoke it up, man.
Do you know what liquid smoke does?
What does it do?
It makes you blind in Texas.
What?
Hey.
An El Paso hellhole, I couldn't get higher. White lightning, moonshine, tastes like fire. I drank for free, till I couldn't see. I fell on the floor when I said his. I'm blind in Texas. The Lone Star is hot tonight. I'm blind in Texas. The cowboys are taking my eyes.
They say everything's bigger in Texas. That includes the drinks, kiddos.
Eat.
This is probably the most fun song on the album, and also video. Ooh, they did not provide a video for this. Oh well.
Yeah, it's kind of well, they did.
Oh, there it is, armadillos and shit.
Yeah.
Ooh, are those boys panning? What are they
You
doing?
want to redo it?
Yeah,
redo it?
let's play 30 seconds of it. Just for the YouTube crowd that went the extra mile to listen to
Around
us.
with armadillos in our trousers.
Rattlesnakes and shit.
See, Old West.
Yep.
Same shit. Well, it's Texas.
Mm-hmm. You had to.
Playing on mesas.
Maybe this is the day after the Wild Tribe video. He's hung over because he camped out in the desert. He's like, shit.
Wake up in the desert by some
Did
snakes.
fucking ayahuasca.
Ayahuasca shot?
A tour bus is probably sitting in Marietta right now.
Yeah, definitely. Howdy, partners. Y'all ain't from around here, are you?
It's like 200p on the
You know, it's like that one
resolution.
time you took us out to that weird ass bar
Aye.
All right, it's good, fella.
out off 25 somewhere.
Wait, say what, Fincher?
We tried to do the karaoke and
Do what, Fincher?
you know, remember that bar you took us out to that time, like out off 25 somewhere, and like these weird people were doing karaoke, and like somebody got offended at like a shirt you were wearing or something,
The Howlin' Wolf, yes.
or some crazy shit.
That
Yeah,
was
how
good,
long that's what I was trying to think what it was called.
good times, good times. Yeah, back when I did my
That was one of the few times in my adulthood I've been legitimately afraid for my own safety.
my shit bar
The place
birthday
is still
crawl.
there, I think.
No, it closed. I ride by it fairly often on my job. Wild Country is still
What
open.
a shame.
The Conky
Nice.
Talk we went to the same
That
night.
place was always fun. I liked going there.
It's still on and
If
popping.
you go to any bar in that region of this area, nobody knows what we're talking about unless you live here.
if you go near
You're asking
Piedmont,
for trouble.
yeah.
Yeah,
You have
you're
fun-
definitely
you have
asking
fun,
for
though.
trouble.
I mean, if you're crazy like me, I don't know. It's just, but yeah, Howlin' Wolf, that was good shit. Yeah. So this song, I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I was actually born in Texas. I was born in Austin. Haven't been back since I was 1. I can't go because I know if I go to Austin, I won't want to leave Austin. I'll be like, South Carolina, where? Never heard of it. Fuck, I live here now.
I just had a premonition that you, for your entire life, should have gone by the name Steve Austin, and you really fucked that up.
This is a hot take. I'm not the biggest Steve Austin fan.
Uh-oh.
Or Rock.
Cold.
Yeah, Are You Stone Cold? Speaking of a great song, I do love that song. Yeah, when are we going to cover Rainbow? Let's do Rainbow.
Blackmore's Rainbow?
Blind in Texas.
Oh, Blind in Texas is a
Blind
fun
in
number.
Texas.
I like all the shout outs he does later on to all the Texas cities. There's a lot of fucking cities in Texas. Side note, so I'm a big fan of chips, like Lay's and Doritos and Cheetos and stuff. Now, if you look on your bag of chips, you'll see that they're made at the Frito-Lay plant in Plano, Texas, which is outside of Dallas. Now, if I ever make my way down to Texas, goddammit, I'm going on a tour of that chip plant. Guarantee you.
Just go.
Yeah. Well, I'll get down there one day when I have fucking time. But I can't go to Austin because I won't want
That's
to
a
come
weird
back.
bucket list.
I can't go to Austin, fellas, where Dazed and Confused was filmed and I was born. Can't go. I won't want to come back. I tell you right now. I'll be like, well, I guess I'm gonna stay here the rest of my life. I'll be a bartender at a bar, play as live music.
I think you need to go to Austin, Steve.
I really want to go
Steve
to Austin,
Austin.
but I can't.
You should. Just
I
do it.
should.
I'm going to Myrtle Beach, aka Kokomo.
Hell yeah.
Is that thunder?
I know, right?
It's gonna stop fucking raining.
No, it's Imagine Dragons.
Earthquakes and fucking.
Edgar said
Jesus.
Helene 2.0 is about to happen.
Mm.
Well, you look at the goddamn formation on the weather system. It looks like a damn hurricane.
Yeah, I got
We're gonna die.
rained on a lot.
We're going to Daytona. I don't care. You can fuck off. Like, the weather can kiss my ass. Our weather here was so bad 3 years ago on Memorial Day that I vowed to never be in my town, this town, on Memorial Day ever again.
That actually.
And I have lived up to that promise now since, because winter lasts 7 months out of the fucking year.
I recall making the pun right after that of on Facebook of more like Memorial Day because all it was fucking rain. Oh. Yes, good stuff. Yes.
We never even said what we wanted and what we thought of the song. Blind in
What are you
Texas.
gonna say about Blind in
like,
Texas? Yes.
It sounds like ZZ Top had sex with Turbo Lover and it made Blind in Texas, but it's fun.
Yeah.
And Texas and ZZ Top. Again, it's an old classic riff. It's a really fun song. It's really a toss-up for me between Blind in Texas and Wild Child was the two best in the album. It just depends what mood I'm in. Blind in Texas is really upbeat. I mean, it's fucking, look, they're in a fucking classic saloon. That's what it makes me think of. They hit the nail on the coffin. Is it the nail in the coffin? Icing on the
Nail in the
cake?
coffin, yes.
Dick in the butthole.
The chef's kiss. Fetcher?
Hey, Will, what do you think?
No, I think this song's legend. It's super fun. It's once again, like almost every song on this album, it's a good party tune. But especially Blind in Texas makes me, that's like the perfect song. You're like 8 beers deep, just got back from your hotel room on vacation. You're out in the balcony smoking a cigarette. Somebody's playing Blind in Texas. You're just, hell yeah.
Hell yeah, brother.
If I'm anywhere in
dude.
public and I hear somebody playing something off of this album or W.A.S.P, I'm going to walk up to them and introduce myself.
In Texas,
Because it just doesn't happen.
they have a beer called the Lone Star beer, right? You can only get it in Texas.
Yep.
Now, I can't remember if it was my first or second trip to Vegas. I had a layover in Dallas, and damn it, I had one. It was pretty good, for a cheap beer. I recommend it, Lone Star beer. Shout out to everybody from Texas that knows what I'm talking about. Well, Feldman, sometimes people got to take red-eye flights, and sometimes you don't want to, and you'll hear those cries in the night.
It's too much dead time to start this all for that to work.
Another epic intro, probably. If I remember.
Epic as shit.
I sit down about losing my mind, 'cause I keep telling myself I'm only one of a kind. My life is broke because my dreams were shattered for so very long. Nothing else matters. In the night, I can't wait another day. No, tell me what
Call him.
Man, I'm 18 and I don't know what I want.
Damn, I didn't think about that.
Well, we go from party time to fucking bummer time with Cries in the Night from Texas.
Record scratch, buzzkill.
Yeah, this one's about being down and out. Fucking life's going to hell. I've been there. We all have. But damn it, Blackie, things turn around most of the time.
Thank God. The sun always comes up in the morning, Steve.
This is true.
Yeah, whiskey and blow will bring that emotion out of you in the middle of the night. So,
Well, you drink whiskey or do blow.
But
They're both fun, but you shouldn't do them.
this is a decent ballad. Yeah, It's okay.
I can't take it. You listen to the rest of the album, you can't take it seriously. Trust me, everybody skip this. Everybody skip this song. It's not a bad song,
Very
but
melodic.
it doesn't.
Quality mid-tempo.
It doesn't work
Yeah, I mean,
for the rest of this
doesn't
album.
fit
It
in
just
the
doesn't
album. I
work.
feel like if there was a different like lineup of songs, or
the sequencing is off.
I don't know, kind of rework some of the songs and maybe put it different in the order.
Yeah, sequencing.
But I feel it's a quality song, but it kind of does kind of feel out of place. I honestly feel like Capitol Records kind of made this song happen on the album.
It should have been the next to last song.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it was in a different like order, but looking at it, it was probably the first song of side 2 on the cassette, which was the dominant format in 1985. So
Let me see here real quick.
that's just an assumption on my part, or maybe the second song after Blind in Texas.
I could see that. 'Cause Blind in Texas would be a good
The
closer.
second song on side B.
Okay, so yeah,
The Blind in Texas is first.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's good. Yeah, that makes sense too. You kick off a Wild Child and then you flip it over and kick off a.
They were
Blind in
thinking
Texas. Either way
differently
you
than we
win.
are these days with the digital. Huh.
That's true.
Well, I really like the melodic vocal and delivery of the lyrics. It's cool. I'm always a sucker for a good melody.
I agree.
Decent ballad. But Feldman, let's move on to the album track. Will you deliver The Last Command?
Damn it.
Now, this sounds like waking up in the morning. Sipping your coffee.
Makes me think of like watching like sports clips on ESPN back in the 90s. They had like random guitar solos playing behind people doing awesome sports shit.
What's in our hearts? This is our time. We made a mark, and can you understand? We'll fight till we fall. But what do you want to do? The time is right for you to stand on your feet and answer the call. Stand up for the first time and shout it. The last command is heard across the line. Stand up for the first time and cry out. Hear the call, we are the last command.
We're going to war, boys. It needs a little something else. Like, it doesn't have a oomph to it for some reason that you feel like a title track would have. I don't know. It's fine, but it's just kind of, It's a W.A.S.P song. Like, that's what.
Kind of like a 3/4 finished idea.
Yeah, it's half baked maybe. Like,
Yeah, I agree with that.
I don't know. I need something a little more to it. I don't know. It's serviceable, but what do you think, Feldman?
I think it's a good background track. If you listen to it, like listening to it, it is disappointing, like it was said. But if you're out, once again, I keep thinking, if you're out in the garage with the boys just having beers and it's just in the background, it's great. You'll love it. But yeah, I agree with you. It's just kind of half baked. It's like a 3/4 finished idea. They just kind of, fuck, we got to finish this song. We don't figure out what we want to do with it. It's good enough. Fuck it. Yeah. But I think it's a good hard rocker. It doesn't suck, but yeah, it's
just fine.
I just want to say, Will's mic sounds much better this week.
Totally.
Good job.
Me too, right?
I'm in the closet.
Hey.
Got to get out that big room. I got to hang out in the little room.
This is, this is kind of the point where I'm like, I'm kind of over it. I'm getting wasped out on the album.
You've been stung?
Because, yeah.
Got to kick it in that second wind.
Yeah, for a title track, it's. I don't get what he was doing on this. I don't know if
it's no Dr. Feelgood.
Again, it's fine. It doesn't move a needle. If it's on in the background, I'm not even gonna notice it's fucking on. If it comes on in a playlist, I might pick up on Blackie's voice like, oh shit, what W.A.S.P song is this? It's like, but it's It's W.A.S.P.
It's not notable.
Like if you had a playlist of various artists and this was your one W.A.S.P. song, you would stop and be like, yeah, I want to hear a W.A.S.P. song. Can I name it? No, it's just a fucking W.A.S.P. song because it sounds like most of the other ones do.
It's an AI W.A.S.P. song.
Yep.
Yeah. Melvin Venture taking dumps.
That 85,
Jackson.
that 85 AI.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you know, Bon Jovi, the year after this, they were wild in the streets, but W.A.S.P, they were running wild in the streets.
He can't see.
To be held. Looks like I've got to be the leader as my forces yell. You can't hear them, can't you hear them? Look on the distance. Stand behind me now. I'm not turning back. 'Cause we are together. I'm standing proud, we're screaming loud. I lead the crowd, running wild in the street. Standing proud, we're screaming loud. I lead the crowd, running wild in the street.
What's that?
Oh, that's the other side of the sleeve. The lyrics, picture, artwork, really. Later on, the Headless Children. Anyway. This is like an 80s movie montage kind of song, like training Rocky and shit. I don't know, like the gang vocals are fun. It's serviceable. But yeah, it's about all last commanded out by this point. Fetcher?
I kind of agree. I was about to say this is kind of one of those songs that, you know, if you're about 8 beers deep into the night, you're like, fuck yeah, this is legend. But then you listen to it the next day and you're like, it wasn't as great as I thought it was.
It's like riffs I write. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it continues with the vibe of the album, but just kind of like the last song, I kind of feel like it's kind of half-baked in a way, just kind of a thrown together, kind of a filler song, but like I say, background music, it's great. It's still W.A.S.P, you know, it doesn't suck. It's just, sounds a little uninspired and just kind of like they're going through the motions at this point, but that's not necessarily a bad thing with a band like W.A.S.P.
Well, their first record, the self-titled, is a little more youth-oriented, a few mom and dad. It's kind of harkens back to that one, which we'll review that one later on. But
and you know, I wonder if this may not have been like a leftover track from that first album, and they just needed one for this one, and like, hell, we've rehearsed it 500 fucking times. Let's just throw it in the album.
Yeah.
It's formulaic because it sounds like the rest of it, but they put a hook in there. It's like, where can we put a hook, you know, and change it up? But the rest of it is, you know, it's just filler. And again, like you said, your last commanded out at this point. There's still another song to go, plus 2 bonus songs. And even sitting here going through it, I'm kind of like, yeah.
Maybe I should go watch Seinfeld.
What gets me is you get to the first 5 songs, and they're the same, but they are differences. But then you get the change up with Widowmaker. You go back to probably, you know, the peak of the album with Blind in Texas. Then you get that, I guess, Ballad with Cries in the Night. Either one of them are ballads, but you get the biggest change in 3 songs.
But then we go on autopilot.
And then you go on autopilot. Exactly. It's just like, let's just get it fucking done. Let the producer write the shit, and we'll just play the shit. You know, I don't know. But, you know, the rest of the last 3 songs, you know, I don't have much of a sex drive anymore, but we're going to do it anyways.
you can't get out of your mind. You've been thinking big and you're losing sleep. The rush is almost all you can stand now. You're feeling it hard, your heart starts to throb. It's body language, you understand. I'm talking about a sex drive. It makes you feel so alive. Sex drive. It's everything you fantasize.
And I already heard this song on the album before. It was called Ball Crusher.
His porno montage song. or
Yeah.
compilation. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of.
And stop me if you heard this before, but I'm pretty sure we've heard this song before already in this album.
Is this there? Fetcher?
I know when I was doing my review for this album, I listened to it good and loud through my my component setup, and you know the lyrics really stand out a lot in this song when you're blasting it. And my first thought was, I don't know if there's probably any woman alive who's ever liked this song. But once again, kind of like the rest of the album, I feel like it's just a very dude heavy fucking 1 a.m. at the bar. You're half blacked out, drunk. You know, just sex drive.
It really, this album really is punk rock grind.
Yeah, it is. Shout out to Punk Rock.
Yeah,
And it's Robin Kerr in the streets.
Yeah. Now, this is technically the end of the original release, this song. And now we get into bonus tracks and covers, which W.A.S.P could just not do covers. But Feldman, I understand you like this Mississippi Queen cover?
It works because you say they shouldn't do covers. I think they should because of Blackie and the style that they are, because they're playing. It can make it's like when fucking Wiener covered Hendrix. Like, it don't make no sense, but it works.
Do you like their cover of Real Me, the Who cover?
Whose? Wingers?
So later on like Crimson Idol, I think from like the early '90s, they cover the Real Me by the Who, which is on Quadrophenia.
I don't think I've heard of it.
Nah, it's there. But you want to sample that Mississippi Queen, and just for you, Feldman. For old time's sake. Shout out to Leslie West, he died. Pearl Harley song.
Yeah.
Very much literally.
Mississippi Queen, you know what I mean. Mississippi Queen, she taught me everything. I went down around Vicksburg, right down to Louisiana way. There was a Cajun lady, they call her Mississippi Queen. You know she was a dancer, she moved better on fire, while the rest of them dudes was a getting their kicks. Got a bigger button, I was a getting mine.
Ah, that's good. Yeah, I mean, I like the original better, but Feldman?
Yeah. I think they could slow it down a little bit, but that would be against W.A.S.P.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the whole thing. It's like they tried to.
Mm-hmm.
It's still, but it's solid. It's different. And you want to know what? I listened to fucking that over those last 3 songs.
Fetcher?
Well, to Feldman's point, yeah, it does pick it up. But that being said, I'm not the biggest fan of cover songs in general. But as far as this one goes, this is okay in my book. I feel like most covers just don't do any service at all to the original. It's just some band jacking themselves off or just making easy filler tracks. I feel like this one works. It's a good W.A.S.P vibe. It's a good song for them to cover. But yeah, generally speaking, I don't love covers, but it is better quality-wise. It sounds more inspired, definitely, than the last 3 songs.
I like it when a band makes a cover like really their own. Like they take the song and throw it into their stew, if you will, and make it sound like them.
Those generally are my favorite covers, but when you try too hard to stick to the original, I hate that shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, if you're going to do it, make it your own. For the love of God, you're not that band. Just
this was a good blend of both.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, again, whole fucking thing. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's neat. You go through this album, like, oh shit, you hear it for the first time. It's like, oh shit, there's a cover because their last other songs were stale, but it's a bonus anyways.
Well, fellas, we did it. We finished the record. It's Gold Skull time.
Oh, you still got one more song, right?
That's a bonus track.
Savage. Oh.
I guess the rule is on
Let's try this.
Hair Metal Massacre, there's no bonus. Although, you know, The Liar by Ozzy it's a great ballad, and that was a bonus song. And there's, a lot of the that album had like 2 or 3 bonus songs on it. Osmosis had a couple bonus songs on it too. That were good.
Kind of underrated album Osmosis is, I feel like. It's not the best Ozzy, but that album is better than I think most people either remember or give it credit for.
Is that the one that's got See You on the Other Side?
Yes.
Great Ozzy song.
Yeah.
Fun to play.
Yeah, if we're not going to play Savage, tucking on a Punk Rock Ryan, that song when I was listening to it for the review made me think. I was like, if there was ever a Punk Rock Ryan, a good friend of ours who asked to be on this episode, but I feel like that is a musical embodiment of him as a person. Maybe he'll agree. I guess he'll let us know after he listens to this, but
nobody in Britain knows who Punk Rock Ryan is, but he's on Instagram somewhere just fine.
He's that guy.
Yeah, if you know him, you know.
You know.
Well, there ain't no other one. I can promise you that. Gold Skull.
Well, Fincher.
This album, honestly, overall, I'd have to give it a 2.5 if we're doing half.
Spicy.
Well, once again, it's not
you
bad.
Usually gauge things a little bit high. That's what worries me. Damn.
Well, when it's hot, it's hot. But then, you know, we've talked about through all these, the low points kind of drag it down some, but I still feel like the high points of this album still kind of carry it. That's why I'll give it because I was thinking about a 2, but it's like if we're doing halves, I'm going to give it 2.5 just because the high points on this album, I feel like, are true high points. There is kind of a good bit of filler on this album, but to be fair, I'm not going to call any bands out, but I've heard worse filler songs on albums, if that makes sense.
Oh,
you know, the stuff's still of decent quality.
It's still Primetime W.A.S.P. It's album number 2.
Yeah, so it's I'm going to say overall 2.5. Not bad, not great, just solidly in the middle. Just a good album to put on.
Feldman?
Now, this is what I'm trying to figure out since this is our 3rd episode. First 2 episodes we did were legendary albums in the genre. Of course, if you go back to my argument, W.A.S.P. isn't hair metal. And if you go through this album and you listen to these songs, it's not hair metal. But did Steve throw us a curveball in here to make it so we don't praise every album that it is that we do? And that's why this one's in here.
And that's why we have to review the big.
Steve wants to be Blackie Lawless, so I still think he's probably going to end up giving it a high score. Me, if you give it a 2.5, it's 2.
And Feldman, that's why we have to review the large and the small bands, the million sellers,
I agree, Steve.
And the Wild Streets and the Cats and Boots and all them. We got to cover everybody.
Fresh, everybody. I mean, everybody loves Rat. Everybody loves Crew. A lot of people know W.A.S.P. But to your point, there are a lot of people like us who have really deep dived into the genre or just know it all.
How much of this album, the guitar's tuned to sound like fucking Turbo Lover? It's
a very steely
every solo on it. There's a lot of Priest. It's not then Priest is hair metal. I mean,
one could argue.
I'm sorry, just because they're on Sunset does not. You can put it as Sunset metal because that's a thing. I will say that. And everybody before going glam, Sunset metal was a thing thanks to fucking Van Halen.
Priest definitely inspired a band or two of the genre, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not a hair metal band.
No. I mean, well, certain points in the 80s, they definitely.
Blind in Texas really does. I mean, that sounds like it is almost an ode to ZZ Top, to be honest. Again, not great. Good, solid rock and roll album. Hair metal, that's not a fucking hair metal. If we were just doing, we were just reviewing pure just rock and roll over the years, let me give it a 3.5. As a hair metal, it's 2. That's like W.A.S.P. It's weird. I don't know why it just has premonition. W.A.S.P. is the Mask.
Like the toys?
Of the 80s, yes, of the 80s.
Yeah, they are the Mask.
Nobody fucking remembers Mask.
I loved that shit when I was a kid. I had like coloring books and play sets and all kind of shit.
Does that make like Motley as Transformers and Poison's GoBots? Oh no.
GNR's Ninja Turtles. Yeah.
Great. I love it.
We should just have an episode where we just pinpoint the toys to the bands. What's Rat? Thundercats? Exactly.
Silverhawks. Wait.
I don't remember that one.
Silverhawks, they're like
What's the square root of Bullet Boys?
so no, Silverhawks were like all metal and they had the wings and they're like in space and shit. I don't know. Silverhawks.
What about, remember the dinosaurs
Which ones?
that had the mechs on it? And I was at Upstate Games recently. They have a couple of them in boxes, but they were like
expanded?
Triceratops with they had like the robotic like helmets on with like the laser eye and like the
what
armor.
was that?
Those things were awesome.
Skinhead Rick
I
would
loved them things as
know.
a kid.
He knew all those toys and shows.
Is he alive?
Last time I saw him was at a hot dog place in Greer because he was working in the
I thought you were gonna say Hot Topic.
the nerd store next door where they play D&D. But he tried to act like he didn't recognize me, and I was like, Rick? And he's like, no one cares. But anyway.
He's a communist.
So let's say Steve's review of Gold Skulls. I'm a Fetcher, 2.5. Now, if you are making a WASP playlist, I'm putting Wild Child, the first 3 songs, and Blind in Texas. And maybe Cries in the Night on my WASP playlist. There are other albums I love more. But
the album starts to sink fairly quickly.
Yeah.
But Blind in Texas is like, oh, well, we found the hole where the ship's sinking. Let's plug it. And then immediately it just sucks the plug out after it's over and it just fucking dies.
Mm-hmm. Well,
now, to be fair, if you get this album, there's live songs from other albums on this.
Mostly the first album.
The 2, 4, 5. Yeah. From there's 5 extra tracks, 2 bonuses. If you get that far, personally, I was fucking tired when I got to Sex Drive. I was tired when I got done with Last Command. You got a Sex Drive, you're like, yeah, Mississippi Queen, I'm not listening to this other shit.
I hear you.
Nothing against Blackie. Do your thing. You're still touring. That's fucking fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
That one song I heard from 07 the other day that popped up on here. I'll tell you what, if that was 2007. You saw him last year. His voice already was pretty aged in 2007. I can't imagine what it is now.
He had some fear.
No shit. Blackie, if you listen to this, you want to message, whatever, but I'm just saying.
They still sounded good to me.
A little bourbon and a pack of cigarettes can't fix.
Yeah.
He's a really smart dude. Like, you ever hear him in interviews, he's very well-read, very politically intense.
Oh, it's like Alice Cooper?
Yeah, a lot like Alice Cooper.
Nice.
Yeah. But, WASP is cool. I got an idea for a three-timer, a triple header of keeping this 1985 ball rolling, 40th anniversary. Now, Feldman, you said you want to do bigger bands, right? How about we do Motley Crue's Theater of Pain? Next episode.
That's the album that song's on. I'm gonna pull it up.
What song?
Hold up.
Little preview. All in the name of rock.
I don't want to play it. I just want to pull it up.
Oh. Also have that one on vinyl. So I'll be pulling the vinyl out for that too.
Maybe it's not. Well, yeah, I'm game for this. It's not what I was saying. This is bothering me. Hold on. I have it in my fucking collection. Hold up. You know, motherfuckers ain't in a hurry. It's Monday night. Ain't got nothing to do. It's fucking raining.
Gotta sell some real estate, bro.
Bro, I'm trying to go to sleep.
You gotta sell some weed.
Do you know about being at work at 7 a.m.?
Wake up then, anyways. All right, let's see.
I'll sign up for a class because I get free lunch tomorrow.
Sweet. Hoagies?
Like, yeah, y'all offer these free classes. I'll give me some fucking lunch. I'll go.
You're
sit
all I
in there
need.
for 2 hours.
Oh, that one. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know. That's a ballad, isn't it?
What album's that on? Because I'm looking at Red, White, and Crew.
I think that's on Girls, Girls, Girls.
Yep.
Pretty sure.
Hey, off subject, but just real briefly, what do you guys think
Yeah, it
about
is.
Generation Swine era Motley Crue?
No.
Just thumbs up, sideways, or down?
No. Down.
So call me crazy, but I really like the redo of Shout at the Devil. I actually discussed this with a Booker guy from up in Gastonia the other day. So talking about
Fucking Gastonia.
but we're talking about getting my band up there, and he's a big crew head, and I was like, yeah, man. He's like, we were talking about all the different eras, and I was like, yeah, I really like that shot at the Devil redo, and he's like, dude, you're like the only person I've ever met that digs that. I'm like, right on, that's the shit. But
You should ask him if he liked the Unforgiven 2 versus the Unforgiven.
What about Unforgiven 3?
I love Load, man.
Okay.
Reload.
All right, everybody. Hey, thanks
There.
for listening, and we'll be back in 2 weeks. If you haven't already, give our Facebook page some love and give us a like and follow and all that jazz. If you have any questions, comments, or
Send us
grievances,
messages. Interact with us, you know.
yeah, we love people and feedback.
Yeah, leave some comments, you know, like name albums you'd want to hear, maybe.
Yeah, give us some suggestions. If you have any questions, comments, or grievances, or whatever, email is hairmetalmassacre@gmail.com. We already did plugs the first two. We'll do them next time, too.
Quick question. Who's the chick in the Firehouse album?
Some model, probably.
I used to know,
We'll
but I
get to
don't
that.
anymore.
We'll eventually get to that.
Oh, yeah, look it up. I'll get back to you. Let's circle back.
Yeah.
I'll send you an email in the morning.
There we go.
Fax me.
Fax number.
Potts lines.
All right, everybody. Well, thanks for
Analog.
listening, and we'll see you next time. Hair Metal Massacre. Rock on. Feldman. He just, dude.